Hey, what's up guys? Vintage Cards here. Welcome back. Just a quick video, a couple of pickups that I added recently. Some old Bowman cards. You can see this is the 1948 black and white. Actually a pretty nice photography on this card. They're not all so great, but this one looks pretty good. This is actually Pete Reiser, the old Brooklyn Dodger. And I've been thinking lately about some of these old young superstars, the Reisers of the world, or a little later on like the Tony Conigliaros and guys like that who just for whatever reason didn't pan out into the Hall of Famers they were meant to be. In Reiser's case, he had a fantastic start to his career. In fact, his first 3 seasons, or two and a half seasons, I pulled up his numbers. So here's his first, let me read that, first 270 games. Reiser hit 336, 395 OBP, and 520 slugging. Numbers, each of those 3 numbers are higher than Mickey Mantle's first 2 or 2.5 seasons. So Reiser was on a Hall of Fame trajectory, being compared to recent young superstars like Ted Williams, and he was spearheading the Brooklyn Dodgers' really resurgence in the early 1940s. Until in 42, July of 42, he for the first time ran into a brick wall trying to catch a ball in St. Louis, I believe it was. So that was pretty much the end of his superstardom, but I was glad to get this card because this still shows him in the Brooklyn Dodgers cap, and it is a really nice photo actually. But of course this is 1948, so post-war. He did also serve in the military, I think 2 or 3 years. He missed due to World War II, so that certainly didn't help. But he came back, he was good enough, and then he was traded to the Boston Braves toward the end of his career. This is his 1950 Bowman card. And this mentions his accomplishments in 41, where basically he was pretty much an MVP candidate in 41. He was only 22 years old, but he hit 343 and led the league in, let's see, runs, total bases, triples, and also doubles. So he was a superstar before he started his run-ins with brick walls, unfortunately. It even sort of mentions it right off the bat on this 48 card. Famous for his numerous collisions with outfield walls. So very unfortunate. He kept playing, so he had, sort of a dozen years or so between his rookie year and his final season. He wasn't bad because he had so much talent that even half of Pete Reiser was still pretty solid, made an all-star team even after the war. But you just never know what the future holds. So I've just been thinking a lot about some guys like Acuna and Soto, and not to be a downer or anything, but you just don't know when injuries rear their ugly heads, as they did with Pistol Pete Reiser. But again, just wanted to show you these 2 pickups, and remember Pete Reiser for the great young Brooklyn Dodger that he was, and literally on par with Mantle, with Ted Williams, with a young Eddie Matthews. Like his first 3 seasons, he was as good as any of them. He had speed and a great outfielder, but he loved running into walls, and that caught up with him literally in 1942. But so thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it, and hope you enjoyed the video, and talk to you soon. Later.